it's Lily here from Shine Bright Diamonds 2023, and I'm coming to you today on Monday, January 5th, with another one of my weekly WIP'n chats. So, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy that you have found my little corner here on YouTube. And of course, those of you that are returning, welcome back. Now, if this is your first time tuning into a WIP'n chat, WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat is where I chat to you about what's been going on in my world. So feel free to pull out one of your crafting projects and work alongside me or treat this as a podcast, whatever floats your boat. So let's get into it because, one, I have quite a few updates, and two, I am almost done this fun canvas that I impulsively started on December 28th, but I am working on Snow Globe from Make Market, and I started on December 28th, and I'm like officially like on the last row. So my goal is to finish it this week and then get back into one of the other whips that I have going. It's a mess. But anyway, so the supplies that I'm using this rainbow pen from Butterfly Effect Wares. It is one of my favorites. It's super cute and comfy, and I'm obsessed with it. Um, I'm using my putty from J&L Crafty Creations. They are a small shop here in Ontario, Canada, and I will link them below. But I know you can't really see it, but their putty or tack is really cute because they put like these little designs on it. But this one, I believe it's Snow Fairy or something. I don't know. It was one of their winter scents. I'm obsessed. I love it. And then, of course, the trays that I'm using, because this kit was smaller in terms of the color count, it's only 33 colors, I was able to kit up in my Creations Moran trays. So that's what I will be using. Alrighty, let's get into it because I was working on this earlier this morning before I went to work. So we'll see how far I get with this section here. And then maybe I will open up the last section. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, whoops. So, how are you? What is new? I know for me here, it's been really busy. I don't even know where to start. Like, I guess I'll just start with life and then move into my crafting and books and movies and TV and all that stuff. Um, but for me here, pretty much I am officially back to work as of today. So my winter break is over. I had a wonderful 2 weeks off. I believe in the last WIP'n chat, I had mentioned that I had like gone to my parents for Christmas and spent time there. So since I came back from my parents, I had a relaxing second week of break. I did a lot of purging in the apartment. I really wanted, like, I'm still sort of decluttering. I think I mentioned in like my last WIP'n chat that I've been really watching like a lot of like different reels and videos all about like underconsumption and how to declutter your life. So, because of that, one of my New Year's resolutions is to literally continue to use what I have before I purchase more things. Um, so I have been sort of going through using up the products that I've started, trying not to open up anything new. I know for Christmas, my mom and dad had got me like a body care set. And I was bad because it came with like different scents, but I had to open up the vanilla caramel scent because I love vanilla scented things. Um, but I told myself I will not be opening the other scents that were included in this kit because I do want to use the one I'm currently using completely up. And I've also just been like hardcore, like just burning the candles that I've already started instead of starting to burn new candles. So that type of thing. So my winter break was a lot of me just cleaning up. I also did like a massive like try on things in my closet to essentially donate because I have a habit where like I've held on to clothes um and either I've outgrown it, meaning it doesn't actually fit me anymore, whether it's too big or it's too small. I also have a habit of, like, I have a lot of clothes from when I was in university, um, that, to be honest, it's just no longer my style. Like, I just don't wear it. It's just, taking up space. So I ended up like donating it because I outgrew it, with, I guess, like my personality and just where I am in life. So I did a lot of decluttering that way. And then I've also spent the break like reorganizing things. So I spent a lot of time going through my kitchen, trying to reorganize my cupboards, um, in particular my mugs. I really wanted to reorganize my mugs because I was putting them up on like the higher shelf and I couldn't really reach them. So I made space so that they could be lower because I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I have a weird obsession with mugs, and I also use a lot of mugs in a day. Typically, I have my morning mug for my coffee, my afternoon or night mug for my nighttime tea, and then if I'm home, normally there is a third mug in use for either normally it's my afternoon tea because when I'm home, I tend to have like another cup of tea in the afternoon before I have my nighttime tea. But yeah, so I did a lot of that. I obviously wanted to deep clean the apartment. I have this weird thing where I like things to be clean as I start a new month and especially for a new year, you know? Um, so yeah, so I was just busy trying to get done all of that. Um, and then New Year's Eve, one of my best friends was having a New Year's Eve party. So I was at her house. It was a very relaxed party, to be honest. We treat it like a potluck, so I brought food and well, it was mainly her family, but anyway. Um, but we all brought food to contribute to the party, and then we literally got into our pajamas and watched Freakier Friday and ate more food. And then, of course, we had to watch the ball drop in New York. And then, being me, I tapped out after. I was like, girl, I gotta go to bed. I am not a night person. Whereas she's the opposite. She was like, oh, we can start another movie. I'm like, no, 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 no. I need to go to bed. But yeah, so I ended up watching Freakier Friday on New Year's Eve. And to be honest, it was such a good movie. I'm so happy that I ended up finally watching it. It was the one with, I think it's, not I think, it is the sequel to Freaky Friday that came out, I guess, when I was like in elementary school. But it has Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan in it. Honestly, they're like Freaky Friday and Freakier Friday are just such cozy movies to me. So yes, so I really enjoyed that. And then New Year's Day, I hung out at my friend's place for a little longer. We just sort of chatted and chilled, and it was nice. I just needed some girl time. And then jump forward to Friday. Oh yeah, I guess I should mention when I finally did come home, January 1st, all I did was nap. I was like still recovering from staying up late. Um, but yeah, so January 1st was a lot of napping, which was great. But then on January 2nd, my other best friend who I grew up with, like she's my childhood friend, um, she ended up coming and visiting with me, which was really nice because we haven't really had like girl time in a while. So Friday night we went for all you can eat sushi, which is always fun. Except when we went for all you can eat sushi, I don't know what happened. One moment I had like my tempura squid with like spicy mayo sauce, and then the next moment I was wearing the spicy mayo sauce. It was all over my shirt. And then I rubbed it, thinking, oh, I'll get it out. And then somehow it ended up on my sleeve. So I essentially wore spicy mayo sauce for the remainder of that meal. It was really embarrassing, actually, because I was wearing like a light pink sweatshirt, and then it was just the orange of the spicy mayo. It was a look. It's fine. I did wash my sweater. The spicy mayo came out, so The sweater was saved, but at the same time, I was like, really? Um, but yeah, so my friend came to visit and stay over Friday night into Saturday. And honestly, after we did sushi, we came back to my apartment and we had a horror movie night because that's like something that we would do when we were like in high school. We tried to watch the movie Tear. We're not feeling it, so we ended up turning it off. And then we ended up watching Immaculate with Sydney Sweeney. That one was really good, and I didn't expect it. I thought it was going to be more like a demon possession type movie. It was not. It was more like a mystery thriller. Um, and honestly, it was really well done. And then after the movie, she's like my bestie's like me. We don't stay up late. So after the movie, we literally went to bed. And then Saturday, I had told her ahead of time that I had physio at 9 a.m. So I told her, I'm like, I'm just gonna like casually sneak out of the apartment for my physio. I'll be back in about 40 minutes or so. But yeah, so I had physio and then I ended up grabbing coffee on my way home. So we had like coffee and, well, I lied. I grabbed coffee and donuts from Timmy's. So we had like coffee and donuts for breakfast before we decided to go to the mall and do some shopping. Um, Honestly, shopping was very interesting because one, she needed a new winter coat. So because it was like Boxing Day sales were still happening, she was able to find a new winter coat, and I was on the hunt for salad tongs and a new chef's knife, which I was successful and I found. Um, yeah, it was a very interesting shopping day. I mean, it was just us mainly looking for things that we actually needed. Um, but yeah, so that was really nice. And then when we came back from the mall, we decided to watch another movie because that's like our thing. We tried to watch the movie Sting, which is like about a girl who like finds a spider in her apartment and decides to keep it as a pet, but then it becomes like a giant spider that is attacking people. We did not make it through that movie. It wasn't that great. So we did not finish that movie. And then we decided to watch Evil Dead Rise. That one was a lot of fun. It was so chaotic. But that one was really good. So we definitely made our way through, some of the horror movies we wanted to watch. I think next time we're going to try and watch The Black Phone and The Black Phone 2 because both of us haven't seen it. We were going to watch The Strangers Chapter 2, but we didn't realize that The Strangers Chapter 2 had like characters from the first movie in it. We thought that it was just like the strangers and they found like a new couples or family to terrorize. No, that wasn't the case. So, yeah, we didn't realize that one that one you sort of have to I guess see all the movies for. But yeah. So that was that. And then Sunday I went to church. I did a Walmart run to prepare for the work week, meal prepped, which I made my sweet potato casserole. Um and then I had like my final nap of winter break. And then today I went to work and it was a great first day back. So I can't complain. Of course, I mean, I did a lot of crafting over the break, clearly, because I started this kit on December 28th and I'm like almost done it. Um, so that was fun. I also did a ton of filming over the break, which I now need to edit everything. So on the break, I ended up filming my November and December bi monthly month in review. I filmed my year in review for 2025. And then I also managed to film a post review of the Disney Princess Ornaments Mini Dazzles kit. And I also filmed my most anticipated kits from my stash. And that video is all about kits that are in my stash that I've had for a while and I just really want to work on. Which originally I wanted it to only be like 5 kits. And then as I was going through, I think it ended up being like 7 or 8 kits. um, but yeah, so I do have to edit all those videos. So one of them will be going up on Thursday. I just haven't decided which one, but it should be a good month of videos. And then in terms of crafting, I ended up my Diamond Art Club order did come over the break. I had ordered what's it called? With the discount code, the stainless steel metal tips that are the twist on ones. So I'm like super excited for that. Of course, I'm not using it today. I don't know why. That would have made sense. But anyway, so that came. And then I was bad this past Saturday. I couldn't resist. Creations Moran dropped their winter tray collection. And if you've been on my channel for a while, you know I have a really weird addiction to trays. Diamond painting trays are like, I don't know what it is. Like, I just really like diamond painting trays. Like, I think, like, in terms of my accessories that I'm obsessed with, I think it goes like diamond painting trays, then pens, and then probably like release paper and putty is on the same level. Um, because, like, I don't know, like, I'm not like I don't get super excited about like putty scents or like release paper. Although I do want to pick up more of these like really big size release papers from Bee's Crafty Corner. Um, so that I will eventually because I have been really enjoying using this big one, except I only have the one pattern and it's Canada, which is fun because I live in Canada. But I mean, it would be cute to like look at a like cute little animal or something. But yeah, so yeah, so I was bad. I ended up ordering 3 trays from Creations Morin. I ordered a penguin one, a snowman one, and then a unicorn one. Because apparently I have this weird thing with unicorns now. They're just really cute. I don't know what's going on. It's like I'm, rediscovering my like childhood when I was obsessed with unicorns as a little girl. But anyway, um yeah, so that I mean that was me just being bad because I did tell myself I was going to try and not purchase really any diamond painting supplies. I have enough trays to use what I have, but that's where it just happened. It's not my fault, okay? I mean, as soon as I saw the penguins, I'm like, that's coming home with me because, as some of you may know, if you have watched my videos for a while, you know that I have a weird obsession with penguins, sloths, capybaras, and pandas. Those are like the animals. Oh, and then there's fish. But like fish aren't an animal. But yes, I do have a weird obsession with fish, particularly betta fish. Which, talking about that, over the break, I did welcome a new pet fish. His name is Vinny. He is a red betta. Unfortunately, Ocean, I don't think I talked about this at all, but unfortunately, Ocean, the betta, he did pass away in the middle of December. He started to show signs of like aging because he was losing the vibrancy of his like blue fins and stuff. And he was just starting to slow down. He really started to not really eat. Um, he wasn't really like swimming much. Like he just wanted to hang out in like the cave, like hiding a lot. Um, and typically, though, that's like a sign that, they're not doing great. He also stopped making like his little bubble nests, which when betas make bubble nests, that normally means that they're young. They're hoping like to find a mate. They're really happy in their environment. Um, and like the thing with Ocean is like I checked all of the water parameters. I was, doing my water changes, making sure that everything was good for him and everything was coming back clear. So I think he just passed away from old age, which sucks. But I did clean out the tank and filtered the water. And over the break, I welcomed a new pet fish. So little Vinny, he is here. He is a very active little fish, that's for sure. But yes, so that's my little guy, Vinny. Very, very sweet. But yeah, so Vinny's been doing good. He's just been chilling. But like the one thing though I find like with beta fish when you get them from the pet store, you honestly don't know how old they are when you bring them home. So it's always like a gamble because I mean it's not like with other animals, I guess, where like with cats or dogs where, you know. But sadly with fish you don't. But you know what, Ocean, I'm hoping he had a good life. I mean, I tried my best to make sure he had a good life. But yeah, so I do have a new pet fish. That was a really long tangent. I apologize. I apologize. What else did I do over the winter break? Oh my gosh. I so first of all, I did finish. So we'll talk about my TV because I got into quite a bit of TV. So I ended up finishing Emily in Paris, which was so good. Loved it. I found out today that Netflix is going to be making an Emily in Paris season 6. So yay. Um, I believe I'm almost done the It Welcome to Derry TV series. It's so good. Like I was scared to watch it by myself in the apartment. Um, because it is a horror, but it turns out for me I don't find it that scary. I find it more disturbing, like with some of the gore. But honestly, it's such a good, excuse me, TV series. Um, so I have that I was watching, and then I'm still binging my Below Deck Mediterranean, which is always fun. Um, my friend and I on Sundays, we've been video calling to watch 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days because I just love reality TV and so does she. So we've been video calling, watching 90 Day Fiance every Sunday, which has been fun. What else have I been watching? Oh, I got back into the show 911. I had stopped at end of season 5, so I'm officially on season 6 for that. So yeah, I feel like I had a good winter break because I did not only consume reality TV. I mean, there was a lot of Christmas movies watched, which is to be expected. Um, but yeah, so now like I have a decent roster of TV shows that I'm cycling through. I feel like after this WIP'n chat, I'll probably get ready for bed because it is almost 8 p.m. Um, I'll probably edit one of the videos or start editing some stuff, but I'll probably watch an episode of 911. For whatever reason, that's just like a really good show for me to watch, like sort of, before I officially wind down for bed. But yes, so that is that. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm actually like pretty proud of myself. I haven't watched another episode of The Good Doctor yet, because I got sort of distracted with um, the show 911 and It Welcome to Derry, and of course 90 Day Fiance. So I wouldn't be surprised if The Good Doctor makes like a reappearance in my like TV roster situation. Um, and then my friend, she was telling me that she's been watching the final season of Stranger Things, and she says that the final season is really good. And she's like, "Have you started watching it yet?" I'm like, "No, I have not." So I told her that when I was done It Welcome to Derry, because that's like a short, I think it's like a mini series, um, that I would, for like my next sci-fi horror TV show, it would be Stranger Things. But she's like, "You need to start watching it because I need someone to talk to." I'm like, "Girl, like there's only so much TV I can consume. But yeah, so that's that. So yeah, so Stranger Things is definitely on my watch list. And then TLC, like when my friend and I were watching 90 Fiance, there were so many trailers for upcoming shows on TLC that I'm just like, oh, I need to watch it. Like, there's this one show called Suddenly Amish. It seems really interesting. I think it starts next week. So, that I'm really excited for. And then I think this week, My Strange Addiction starts on TLC. And the new season of Thousand Pound Sisters, I think, is this week or next week. But I'm just like, oh my gosh, those shows seem so like interesting. I like to watch reality TV often. If I'm not watching YouTube when I'm diamond painting, then often it's reality TV. Because with reality TV, like you don't really need to pay attention. Um, you know, like there's not really a storyline, it's just sort of chaos. Whereas like if I'm watching like, you know, more of like TV show with a story, like a script or whatever, then yeah, I want to pay more attention to it. So, but yeah, yeah, so much good reality TV. I'm like, yes, this life for me. Oh, me and my reality TV, honestly. And then in terms of books, I did not finish Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. Instead, I started reading a book called Dreadful. I can't remember who the author is. I never write down the authors when I start my WIP'n chats. I really need to because I'm good at remembering the name of books, just not the authors. But I started reading Dreadful. It's supposed to be like a quirky, cozy fantasy slash like a funnier, lighter read situation. It's about like a wizard who like I guess does like dark magic, but he forgets his identity and he trying to figure out what his evil plan is and also why he has a princess captured in his like evil lair. Um so far I did start it. I borrowed it from my library, so I do need to like really focus to finish it because it's due in like 2 weeks. Um, but so far I'm like really enjoying it. Like it's funny. I'll give it that. It does seem like it's going to be like once I like get going with the reading, it does seem like it's going to be a pretty quick read. Um, because it seems very lighthearted, which is nice because the other book I was reading was Empire of Flames and Thorns by, I hope I pronounced got the title right, but that one's by Marianne Blackwood. It's the fairy and dragon shifter book that I'm pretty sure is like something to do with smut. I don't know. But that book, I mean, I've been reading that book. It is very good. That one's on Kindle Unlimited. But yeah, so yeah, that's what I've been reading and sort of watching and all the things that I've been up to. But yeah, so I can't really complain. Like I said, a lot on the go. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, there's not. I'm just like, honestly, my goal, like I said, is to finish this diamond painting this week. And then I need to figure out what kit I want to focus on next. Because I told myself when I was done this Christmas kit that one of the larger whips that I had started would be my next focus. Part of me wants to go back and work on Autumn Sunset because I have a row that I had started and I didn't finish it before I started working on Clara and the Nutcracker. And so over the break, I did reorganize the craft room. And part of me reorganizing the craft room was taking my whips and actually hanging them up like on pant hangers because I have the, what is it, the 3M hooks on my door of my craft room so I can hang, my WIPs on there. And when I hung them up and actually looked at it, I was like, oh, on Autumn Sunset, I'm literally more than halfway done. And then when I looked at Clara and the Nutcracker, I was like, oh, I will be halfway done. So part of me is like, well, Autumn Sunset, it would be a nice break with that color palette before I go back to, the sort of more of a darker palette for Clara and the Nutcracker. Um, of course, Autumn Sunset, I am getting into, like, when I look at it, I am getting into really confetti heavy section because it's all like the grass, um, as you sort of like the was it the tall grass that is on either side of, like, I guess the pathway, or the trail, I guess if you're a hiker, I don't know. So I'm like, but then at the same time, I'm like, but I'm sort of close to being done it. Like, I feel like if I can finish this kit this week, then if I decide to work on Autumn Sunset, then I feel like Autumn Sunset, I'll probably be able to finish it by the end of January, possibly by the beginning of February, just based off of like how much I have left. But like I said, it honestly depends on the confetti and if the confetti sort of takes me out because that was part of the issue. It's a beautiful kit, but oh gosh, that confetti. Um, but yeah, so I just haven't decided because I know I want to finish one of those WIPs that I had started before I decide to kit up something else. Because there are some brighter and more like wintry themed canvases that I would like to work on. Um, but I know that there's two that I have in mind. I just haven't decided which one. But I know that I need my Diamond Art Club storage containers. Hence why I need to either finish Autumn Sunset or Clara and the Nutcracker. So stay tuned to find out what I end up working on um, when I'm done this one. But I mean, if I finish this section tonight, then I just have this section to go. And I feel like normally when I'm on like the last section of a kit, I don't know what it is. It's like I get superhuman speed and I just like go boom, 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 and then it's done. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But yeah. Alrighty. So I'm like getting there. So since I've been like chatting your ear off about, my potential projects that I want to work on, aka finish the WIPs that I have started, I'm curious to know, like, what are you working on? Or even like what is your most anticipated kit for 2026? Because I know for me, I filmed a video talking about the most anticipated kits from my stash already, and they are pretty much older kits that I have. But I'm curious to know, like, what are your anticipated kits that you're like, I'm totally gonna work on this year or try to work on it because it's just a kit I want to work on. But yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna finish placing these little white ones, and then I'm gonna wrap it up because the part that you see that I still need to finish, like with the little black dots, that is actually all AB drills. Which this is really cool because this is my first time doing a make market kit that has AB drills. And this kit I bought in, I believe it was November or December of 2024. So, and I haven't bought a make market kit since then. So I'm curious to know if Make Market has added any more special drills, whether it's like their version of a fairy dust or if they have like more ABs or maybe if they have metallic crystal looking drills. I don't know. But yeah, so this is where I left off right here. Turn off the light. But I got done pretty good. I mean, I have a giant clump of putty here. Take that off. Nope. Okay. Maybe the putty will stay. It'll just be, part of the aesthetic. I mean, it sort of makes sense considering. Okay. You know what? It's in there pretty good. It is what it is. But yeah, so this is where I'm at. Hopefully, like I said, the goal is to finish this kit this week. But anyway. So, since I'm wrapping it up, if you enjoyed today's WIP'n chat, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support does mean the world to me. Of course, if you are looking for more diamond painting content, you can find me on my Instagram at ShineBrightDiamonds2023. So until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye, everyone.